Hey, happy Sunday everybody. My name's Anthony. If you're joining me for the first time, I'm cooking through every dish that's in the Sopranos or in the Soprano family cookbook. Now this week's scene, Tony and Carmela are out to dinner celebrating their anniversary, and this is the first time that we get to see Johnny Sac.
I gotta get back. We'll talk later. How's the veal?
It's like rubber.
Yeah? Tastes all right to me. Want something else?
Carmela doesn't seem too pleased with her veal. Now in the show it doesn't actually specify what veal dish it is, so I just went ahead and picked a veal dish out of the book. Veal Piccata with capers, page 95. This is kind of sort of a fancy Italian version of country fried steak with lemon butter instead of gravy. Get yourself some nice pieces of veal, and normally you want to smash them down just like you would country fried steak. Now of course I got my veal from Woody's Butcher Block in Santa Maria. If you're on the Central Coast, I highly recommend going there. He already cuts the veal so thin, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna skip that smushing, smashing stage. The rest of the ingredients, my wine is not one of the ingredients, it's just what I'm drinking, is some flour. Now we're not actually gonna do the full breading process. You're just gonna dredge it in flour, some salt and pepper, olive oil, a half cup of chicken broth, some butter for the frying, some lemon juice, some parsley. Now the book says to chop up some capers. I didn't feel like doing that. So I'm just gonna use whole capers, because whenever you're cooking, a recipe's really just a suggestion. Have fun with it, make it your own, do what you want. Right, Chrissy?
Absolutely.
Chrissy's off stage, she's had a long day. My poor little goddaughter is a little sick from daycare. Those other bastard children got her.
Kids are gross.
Got their cooties all over her, and now it's lit. So first thing, go ahead and get the pan heated. That's good to my liking. Take half the butter and dump it in there now, melt it. You know, I technically did this out of order. I should have had these covered in flour first.
Well, you know.
Well,
Live and learn.
tell you what, I'm just gonna take it off real quick and do this real quick. There we go. And it shouldn't be too floury. I keep getting the flour all over my shirt every time I flop a veal down. I had someone in one of the Italian groups say, I really like your meatball recipe, but you talk too much.
Aww.
Thank you, Pauline. I still love you. I just appreciate the fact that an authentic Italian said she appreciated my meatball recipe.
That's fair.
That's validation. I used you could say whatever else you want, as long as you think that was good. Now the veals are all done. The butter's melted. I can add the olive oil. It should be over medium heat, and we don't want to overload the pan. It just does not look like enough oil to me. And go ahead and add in as many veal cutlets as the pan has room for. It's specified at the start. Make sure you wash your hands. I did. I still owe you another pair of these. And in red. I was barbecuing here one time, and guess what? They didn't have a barbecue set of these. So I was like, oh, I'll just use the one from the kitchen, and I'll make sure to be really careful, right? Nope. Dumbass me. Wasn't careful enough.
Melted the silicone right off.
Not right off. I mean, I melted it beyond repair. But I take ownership if I screw up. Yeah, you need far more olive oil and butter than what they said. Remember, if you do decide to add olive oil or butter, the new oil that you put in is going to be cooler than the oil that's already hot and boiling. It's going to lower the overall temperature of the oil that's already in the pan. So you're going to have to wait for the temperature of the oil to come back up again to get that same level of frying. Are you leaving?
You're shaving my head. Anything fingernails?
Okay. All right, so speaking of looking pretty, these are not at all like what the picture looks like. If you look at the nice, beautiful picture in the book, and you look at what these look like, not at all the same. I don't know why, and Chrissy and I were discussing this during the break, that I don't know why Michelle decided to not egg and breadcrumb this You had pointed out that with like chicken fried steak, that's deep fried. So at least that's like a quick flash. That's not like pan fried like this is. I'm gonna go ahead and try to flip this. Of course, that one looks better than the other 3 did. Maybe this one? Nope. Oh, all the breading just came off and stayed on the pan. Naked. Looks like Mr. Bigglesworth there. You know those cats without hair? That's what that one looks like. So if you're gonna adjust the recipe, I would say go ahead and properly egg it and then breadcrumb it. I'm still gonna eat this, of course. And it's veal, so I know it's gonna be delicious. But the veal got massacred. The breading is sticking to the pan. I don't know if you ever watched We Were Soldiers, but that scene where the guy gets napalmed and they go to pick him up by the legs. That's what happened to the breading on these veals. These are really bad veal. Let me rephrase that. The veal itself is not bad. I do not blame Woody for this. I blame the recipe for this. Not enough olive oil. Should definitely have been egged and breaded. All right, I pulled out all the cutlets and now the chicken broth goes in.
You're gonna cook over high heat, scraping the bottom of the pan.
High heat, scraping the bottom.
So the liquid is slightly thickened.
You know why she says scraping the bottom of the pan? Because of all the crap that came off the veal. She knew this was gonna happen to me. She's just laughing away.
All right, stir in the capers, lemon juice, and parsley.
Stirring in capers, lemon juice, and parsley. How do we know this is done? She's assuming a lot out of me. What does done look like?
I think combined, I would say.
Man, that caper pickling juice is powerful. Even dried. The book does specify to dry them. But even dried, they still... I don't know if I like it. So take off the heat, right?
Take off the heat.
And put in remaining butter. Paula Dean's favorite dessert. This is an interesting color. I don't like it. I think I saw it come out of Sophia the last time she was sick.
Oh my god! You did not say that.
I did. So now you take the veal and the sauce and pour over, which Chrissy says this is the right color. I'm color deficient, so what the hell do I know about color? But there you go. Not breaded enough veal piccata with capers. And now to try it.
Smells good.
Gotta do it for the gram.
Do it for the gram.
Do it for the gram.
It looks a lot better with the sauce on there, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, I put servings on the other plate. That's why I only have one on here now. Fork and knife, right? At least because it's veal, it's nice and tender. I did that easily with a butter knife. Okay, it looks like deceiving. It tastes good. I just don't like that it's not pretty. But it is good. Strong caper taste though. And I'm kind of 50-50 on capers. So there you go. Veal piccata with capers. Try it for yourself. I would bread it if I was you. You saw what happened to me. If this is your style, and good on you. I would also use more olive oil. More butter, because life's better with butter, right?
Oh, you better.
Anyways, let me know how it turns out for you. Hit me up on my social media, scrolling down below. Talking with my mouth full, my mom would be upset. Next week we finish Tony and Carmela's anniversary dinner with dessert. So until next week, manja.